Hey everyone, welcome back. The April 2026 Star Citizen monthly report is out, and with DefenseCon just over a week away, it is a particularly interesting one. There is a lot of content finishing up, several ships confirmed in their final production stages, and some exciting mentions of systems coming later in the year. If you find any of the information useful or enjoy the video, drop a like and subscribe. So let's start with the biggest news and work through it. The most exciting thing in this report for many players will be the ship pipeline updates. The Drake Ironclad and Ironclad Assault both passed their LOD 0 review in April and moved into the final phase of development, with DefenseCon starting on May 14th and the Ironclads going straight to flyable on day one. Timing lines up perfectly. The command module is also implemented, which you can already test on the Caterpillar in the PTU right now. Several DefenseCon ships are referenced without being named, which makes sense given they have not all been officially revealed yet. The MISC Starlight passed its LOD 0 review. The Drake Pitbull passed its final review. The Origin M80 passed its final review. And an unannounced ship also passed LOD 0, described as having very bespoke visual and sound effects work, which almost certainly points to the Aegis Tiburon, given the timing and the fact that a ship with a significant area denial weapon would warrant unique VFX. All four of these are expected at DefenseCon this month. The Gatac Railen moves toward its grey box review, with the team ensuring all areas are brought to the same standard before moving forward. The Railen is still targeting Alien Week in June as its release window, and based on what is described here, it appears to be on track. A second unannounced ship continued through White Box, with more developers joining to help block out the interior. That one sounds further out, potentially an IAE or later in the year release. A third unannounced ship passed its White Box review, with mocap teams involved to build custom entry and exit animations, suggesting something relatively compact given the focus on those specific animation challenges. In North America, the Drake Kraken moved into Grey Box, having passed White Box last month, which was a major milestone. The team is now focused heavily on optimization given the sheer polygon count of a ship that size. The monthly report confirms the bridge station and manned turret concept work highlighted in the Jump Point magazine issue is being actively integrated. Rightly so, given how impressive those designs look. On the character and creature side, there is a lot happening. A new super heavy combat armor set is in development, with blend space and animation support validated and closed out. This armor set brings a new tier of combat physicality to PU players, and based on previous Star Citizen live discussions, wearing it will come with trade-offs, including being unable to use a med pen on yourself, requiring a teammate to provide medical support. The super heavy armor is carrying a large caliber full auto weapon, most likely a minigun variant, which is also confirmed as a new weapon set scheduled for later in the year. Reco Battaglia is returning to Levski with a new mission set and two new supporting characters, Isaac Kepler and Amir Lucas, whose head rigs are now at ready status. A full performance capture shoot was completed in April to record this content. New NPC dialogue for Nick's landing locations was also captured to expand the voice packs players hear when visiting those areas. An upcoming creature had new actions and attacks added and improvements made to existing animation data. The Apex Valakar Sandworm had work done on rigging an entirely new mesh, which suggests CIG is still iterating significantly on how it feels to fight. They are clearly not happy with it yet and are taking the time to get it right before releasing it. The contract system received fundamental design changes. The first implementation players will see is a limit on how many contracts can be active at one time, currently capped at 10 in the PTU. CIG has confirmed this is not the final version, and more detail will be shared later. This addresses exploits while the broader contract system redesign continues. The Defend Location ship mission was balanced and polished ahead of release. The FPS version of Defend Location, with multiple competing objectives on harder difficulties, received feedback and is being polished. Tactical strike groups is being finalized. The social features pipeline is now actively in development. Chat is in development alongside friends lists, online presence, and a party viewer. These are confirmed as upcoming deliverables rather than concepts being explored. This is a meaningful step forward given how long social tools have been on the list. The connection between social features and player-to-player trading makes this progress particularly important for where the economy is heading. Work also began on the design of the crafting and refining systems. The specific mention of refining as its own design work stream is interesting and suggests the refinery experience is getting a meaningful overhaul rather than just incremental tweaks. Server meshing received a significant round of improvements in April, with older components replaced by newer, more capable versions better suited to a dynamically connected universe. A system to preserve persistent in-game data like inventory and progression across different game versions and patches was also progressed. Getting this right is critical for ensuring players do not lose crafted gear or high-quality materials between patches. The online services team completed work on lazy inventory creation and inventory ID enforcement, making item and inventory systems more reliable. A global database sharding service was also completed as a behind-the-scenes infrastructure improvement to support a growing player population. On the rendering side, gas cloud quality has been improved with better edge detail and sampling techniques, and potential GPU performance gains were identified that will be investigated in May. The shader compile server was also significantly improved for better robustness and latency. FPS radar scanning had no mention in this report despite the progress tracker suggesting an end of May target date. Whether that system arrives with 4.8, gets tied to instancing in 4.9, or slips further is unclear, but the absence from the April report is notable. That is the April monthly report. The pipeline is clearly focused on getting everything across the line for DefenseCon, while simultaneously laying groundwork for what comes after. Social features actively in development, refining, getting a design pass, the Kraken in grey box, and the Apex Valakar getting a full mesh rework all point toward a busy second half of the year. Thanks for watching everyone, and I will catch you in the verse.